The last question we've got today is we are halfway into the first half of the year and my son's teacher isn't working. She is all about punishment. She punishes him by making him sit out of social activities. I have complained to the school and the principal, and they assured me the principal assured me she was on it.
She's on it.
Then the teacher made him sit out of the Halloween party because he was caught playing with a toy during circle time. I am so mad. I don't know what to do. I want him out of her class. How do I do that?
Well, you have to look at the board policies for your school and see how you make a complaint against a specific teacher. But there are provisions for making a complaint to usually the superintendent of schools about what's happening in the classroom and ask for the classroom to be changed. Districts are not cooperative oftentimes when people ask for classroom changes. I think that stems from well, if I do it for one, then I'm going to have to do it for everyone. So my question is, how is this mom getting her information? Is the child telling her? Does she have any sources of information that are adults that work at the school? I mean, it sounds like this is a terrible teacher. She also didn't say whether she sat down with the teacher and asked her to stop the teacher from doing it. But certainly you could make the complaint. If you wanted to be really radical, you could report the teacher to the Department of Children and Family Services for child abuse. That would probably get everybody a little bit excited.
I guess my follow-up question for this, Bonnie, is that we know that IEPs can have a BIP attached, a behavior intervention plan. But when something happens in the classroom that there is no BIP for, are teachers just allowed to pick what they want the intervention to be and have it be something where the child gets excluded from something that was happening with the rest of the class? Because I see this happen a lot.
The state of the Hughes bill, which determined what kind of interventions were appropriate for emergency behavior interventions, is in a state of flux. But it said that you're not allowed to use interventions that are that essentially cause pain or trauma and are purely punitive. I would argue that this is like it's almost like a form of seclusion, or isolation that requires an incident report if you're going to use it. And the focus on behavior intervention is always that it's supposed to be positive. And the Hughes bill applies whether somebody has the rules about behavior interventions apply whether somebody does or doesn't have a behavior intervention plan. And it sounds like all of her behavior intervention is negative, not positive.
Right. And I see this happen a lot. And I'm a former teacher, and I remember.
Teachers.
Yeah.
Frustrated aides.
And people who just don't know better. I don't want to vilify them. I would love to, but I don't want to. Because I think it's people who have never been taught any other way.
Correct. They don't have the skills.
Right. And nobody has said, oh no, this is the way we address this. And I could say to this mom, well, you need to call an IEP meeting and you need to schedule for a BIP to be done on the behavior of when he's caught playing with a toy, but that seems like an epic waste of common sense time. That it seems like to me, but maybe not if this is what it comes down to, but it seems like to me that what happens is if we don't do that, the teacher comes up with, well, I know, I'll take away something that I know you'll really miss, that you won't have an opportunity to go to for a whole year, a Halloween party. And I'm mad for the mom. I want to go over there and go, no, now you have to sit out of the holiday party because you misbehaved as a teacher. Mom
should document all these incidents, go to the principal and ask that they put a BCBA in the classroom to give the teacher some better strategies. I know mom wants out of the classroom, but if they don't let her out at a bare minimum, that should be done.
Yeah. Because I don't know that either. I don't know that there's another class to go to. Sometimes it's rough. And I don't know that it'll be any better.
It's hard to get classes changed. It's almost impossible to get grades changed.
Yeah.
And it's when you have a teacher, there's an archetype of a teacher and it doesn't always apply, but when you see him, after a while you know him. They've been in the school 20 or 25 years. They know where all the bodies are buried. They aren't afraid of the principal. They know they have the backing of the union, and they don't like special ed. They feel like IEPs make unreasonable demands upon teachers, and they're basically just going rogue, and they don't care, and they don't feel accountable.
Yeah. And we as parents have to be very mindful about if our kids get stuck in a class with one of those people, we got to be on them 24/7 to make sure that our kids are safe and that their self-esteem is not destroyed and that they are not left out of things, because it's tragic when they are.
It's really bad. It's really bad. I'm reading the file this morning of a kid who had an aide who was giving him, what do you call it? Like trigger point squeeze pinches on the arm to ensure compliance. And the only reason I can prove that it happened is because we sent our evaluator in there and she saw it being done.
Wow. Well, good catch, because otherwise that kid was going to end up having bruises forever. It makes me mad.
Yeah,
and
really
yet there
sad.
are so many people who are so great, but it takes one person like that to make us all distrust everyone. It's just horrifying. But Bonnie, I know that usually we also give out the address to COPA if people are not in the Southern California area. Should we tell them about COPA?
Oh yeah, thank you. So if you need a lawyer and you're not in Southern California, there is a national organization of parent attorneys and advocates, COPAA.net, Council of Parent Attorneys and Advocates. That's a really great resource for finding a lawyer if you're in one of the 50 states. Now, I haven't vetted these people myself, but I go to conferences with them every year. They seem very committed. Most of them, came into the field for personal reasons. And so at the very least, that's a good place to start. It's better than like blind searching or cold calling.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them have, maybe the names will lead you to their websites and you can check it out. And a lot of places will have, we certainly do, other people do as well. You can usually, I had somebody come in yesterday. They said, we want to come in and meet you. We've heard about you. We want to get to know you to see whether you're the right person for the future to work with us. And, I said, of course you can come in, and I'd love to meet you too. So, you can search these people out and make a relationship with them in advance of having a problem, so that if you do have a problem, you've got that in place.
I think that's a great idea. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but next week you're gonna talk to us about when kids get injured at school. How about that?
And charter schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to send you any questions next week. We're going to hold on questions.
No.
You
The
want
questions are good and they need to be answered.
All right.
So send the questions and we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right, Bonnie, tell us again about
Bye, everybody.
Chow. Tell us about
Thank
Jian
you.
Chow. Before you go, tell us about Jian Chow again.
Yes. Jian Chow, 3910330, lawyerforchildren.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. Have a good week.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Bonnie Yates from the law firm of Jian Chow. We are going to take a break, and then we are going to be back. Oh, my gosh. If you love baby toys, I've got some baby toys for you. Absolutely amazing. We're going to have Yokido on with us talking about 3 of the winners from this year's toy guide. So don't go anywhere. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.